Hi Taurus, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Taurus is your general reading, so whatever comes out, for the time between November the 28th and the 9th of December. I'm going to draw 3 cards for the month of November and 3 cards for this first week in December, okay? I've already shuffled, I nearly said meditated on the energies. So we shall get started, darlings, okay? I've been asking for nice clear readings actually, so I think we've got one for you. Okay, this is on the bottom, the Chariot energy. Also, let me just say that these readings do relate to moon sign, rising sign, as well as sun sign, so or Venus sign. You know, if you know what those are and they resonate, I always suggest you check those out as well. Okay, so the Chariot is on the bottom of the deck here. This is I did about the number 7s last month, didn't I? A card about victory, but it's also about that balance. Okay, trying to achieve balance through having an authentic you, okay, releasing the things that aren't authentic to you, behaving in ways that are authentic to you, etc. Okay, that's the element, and it's victory, being victorious. Okay, and that's the energy that's on the bottom. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Now let's get started. So let's have a look then, first of all, Taurus, at the month of December, or this week in December. The first card we have is the Queen of Cups. This has actually just popped out for the Sagittarians actually, and this is Cups energy. Okay, so it's related to the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's related to our emotions, okay, our feelings, our intuition, our internal processes. It's related to our moon signs as well, obviously, because that's what our moon signs represent as well. Our intuition, and really the feminine aspects of the cards are all about what is within. So really with the Queen of Wands, it's about understanding what is within, understanding your feelings about somebody or something. In a nutshell, that's what it means. Okay, so there's gonna come that, oh, this is linked, this is linked, so this is linked to that. So you have clearly got feelings for somebody because it's the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen is suggestive that there are actual positive feelings towards somebody. Oh, he's tiny. Oh no, it's not in yet. There's actual positive feelings of love potentially, but they're within though. They're within. There's compassion and understanding with the Queen of Cups. So it's suggestive that you understand something about how you feel, and it may be there may be a reason why you suddenly come into this realization, or this understanding, I should say. There's a reason why you come into this understanding. Something happens, something changes in your life, and it really forces you to look at and to examine or to re-examine your feelings, your emotions about a person, about a situation. Okay, one that is highly emotional or emotive, one that is a situation with the Queen of Cups that is something that is quite close to your heart. Okay, something that's internal, something that you're not really discussing with other people potentially, but something does happen, or this could be indicating that there's been a separation between you and somebody else, Taurus. It could indicate that there's been a loss, a lack of something. It could be that you have felt a lack of love in your life, a love of self, a love of other people. Maybe you felt isolated, you felt lonely, and that's a realization you're coming into this week at the end of November. Okay, so let's move on to the next card and see what's there, my darlings. But this is the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, change gonna come. I won't call you reading that I'm talking really fast. I won't call your reading that again, my darlings, but a change gonna come. That's what this card represents with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, always with the Wheel of Fortune, you've already been on a journey. So we talk about transmuting energy. You know, the fact that energy cannot be destroyed or created, just changed. So this is why we know with the Wheel of Fortune that this is a process that's been ongoing already for some time. You know, things have been a certain way for some time, especially with that Five of Pentacles there. In a practical way, you know, you may have been single, you know, you may have been on your own, you may have been divorced, you may have been lonely, you may have been in prison, whatever, I don't know. But in that time, in that singledom, in that going through that divorce, or when you were in prison or whatever, there was growth and learning and understanding going on. And it's that growth and learning and understanding that was going on that's actually shifting the energies in your life now. It's actually shifting things in a practical way for you. It's transmuting the energy, and it's turning that Wheel of Fortune. It's bringing in some good fortune now. It's bringing in some positivity now for you. So it's a situation that's been a certain way for a length of time, one that's been challenging you, one that's been difficult for you, one that's made you go through some changes, one that's made you have to reflect internally on how you're feeling and what you're experiencing. That situation is actually changing this week, or the energy of that, the energy of that to come through. Okay, you'll probably be feeling and thinking differently. You'll probably be having a different perspective on something that you've on a way that you have been thinking about something or feeling about something. Your perspective is going to change this week. It's like a light goes on in your mind, and you start to see or realize things just in a different way. Okay, because we've got the Emperor next. Okay, the Emperor. I mean, I love this card, and I did a post. I always talk about this. I did a post on my Instagram a while back now, all about the number 4 is 444, and we looked at the different I looked at the different energies of the different 4s in the tarot deck, and obviously Emperor is one of them. And I did, when I was doing my research and my practice, meditation, etc., and reflection on the Emperor, I found out and realised and understood that the Emperor is actually, we respect the Emperor so much because the Emperor has done a lot of internal work. The Emperor actually is confident and proud and wise because the Emperor has been doing this, has been, you know, looking within, you know, looking at the foundations and structures in their life, releasing the things that aren't necessary, and then coming into realizations about who the Emperor is, who he really is, and then that leads to balance because there's a solid foundation. Then there's a solid experience to work with and to build on with the Emperor, and that's you, Taurus. That's you. You really. It's like you've gone through a washing machine. What do you call them in America? Washing machines? Are they the same thing? You know, where you do your laundry? Anyway, where you wash your clothes. It's like you've been through a washing machine. And, you know, and that's very confronting, difficult, hard, challenging, you know, energetically as well, physically as well. It can take its toll, that type of journey, you know, to get to the Emperor. It can take its toll on us. But it means that after that journey, after that work, after that wash, that exposure, after that, we're in a lot more static, stable understanding of who we are. We know what our foundations are with the number 4. We know where our security lies with the number 4, the Emperor. Okay, so that's actually really nice. So it's looking like, as I said, there's change coming through. Maybe, you know, whether you bring about that change or not yourself, or whether that's the universe bringing that in, a change is going to happen in where there has been no movement for some time. Okay, in a situation that you've been dissatisfied in for some time, change is going to come, and there's going to be a shift in energy, and you are well ready for this change, being the Emperor in this spread. Okay, my darling. So the next row, we're looking at this first week of December. The 9th is a Sunday. The first week of December. So we've got the Queen of Wands first of all. So yes, you know, Taurus, you know, this could be you, or it could represent a fire sign. It could represent a fire sign is Aries, Leo, and Sag, but it could be you. The wand energy, is about our motivations and our passions and the things that we're drawn to, the things that we want, the things that we are excited about. And it's about with the queens, again, it's about understanding what those things are, not necessarily taking action on them. If it was a king, it would be taking action, moving toward those things, because the kings and the masculine energies are active. The queens are all about our inner wisdom, our innate understanding of something, our innate awareness of something. And this is about you having a real clear understanding about what it is you're passionate about now, and also the direction that you do want to move in. It's like knowing what direction you want to go in with this energy of the Queen of Wands, being attractive, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident about yourself, Taurus, okay? This is what you can expect as we enter the month of December, which is lovely, okay? And then we've got this. Why, Taurus, why? It's hard though, isn't it, when we, to be confident. My friends said to me, they said, we wish you had your confidence, But the reason that I have confidence, if you will, is because of this, because of the Emperor. Because as I said, I walked the path, man. I did the journey. You experienced the stuff. You've experienced it, Taurus. So why the fear? Why the anxiety? Which is all in your head, by the way. It's not real. You might be worried. You might be, this is on the inside. On the outside, you're looking like this. You're looking like, yeah, I'm good. I've got this. I can do this job. I can be in this relationship. I can hold my own. This is what you're telling yourself. But then you're like, oh my gosh, can I really do this? Can I really do this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Taurus. Yes, you can do this. The Nine of Swords, for shorthand, the dark night of the soul, the worries. It's really, though, being confronted with your inner demons, if you will. Do you know what I mean? Those things that you hold on to, those ideas that you hold on to about yourself, that you don't really question. You just kind of, oh yeah, I'm always late, for example, or I'm always, I'm a bad friend, I'm rubbish at organising things, whatever. And you hold on to those ideas, those things that tell you about your identity. And then you're in a new situation with potentially a new person or new people. And you're confronted with those ideas about yourself. That's what the Nine of Swords is. And really, the good thing about being confronted with these things and recognizing that we hold these ideas about ourselves or about other people, is that this worry allows us to, one, recognize it exists, that these ideas and thoughts and perspectives exist, and two, release them, realize that we don't need to hold on to them anymore. So for you, Taurus, there's an area in your life, with regard to a person or whatever, a job, whatever, situation, whatever, that you feel, that you think, I can't do it, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to be good at it, they don't really like me, or whatever, individually, the situation is for you. And this is about, it's good that this comes up because it's about you finally being able to see those things and then hopefully release them. Let's see what this card is, shall we? Shall we look together? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, please be good, please be good, please be good. Temperance, darling, Temperance. So Temperance, I've learned to love the energy of Temperance because I've been, really for the most of this year, for the majority of 2018, I've been very close with this energy, very engaging very strongly with this energy in meditation at times. So I'm becoming a lover of Temperance. Okay, so it's healing ultimately, and it's healing from excuse me, and it's going through, it's having experiences that bring about healing. In more specifically, and those experiences are either active or passive. The experiences that you have are either active or passive. So it might be that you take a specific action because you feel that's the right thing to do. That's Temperance's influence. And after you've taken that action, then you might feel like this. You might worry. You might have that downtime where you don't take any action. that's also Temperance's influence, because Temperance wants you to reflect on how are you feeling now after you've done this. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? How has it changed you? How has it shifted your perspective? That's also Temperance energy. So Temperance energy is about taking action and being reflective, but moving in an inspired way, moving in a way that is actually divinely led. Even if you cannot recognize it's divinely led, it is, because it's Temperance. And really, our actions, that's how they work. The Temperance is 14. So if you think about that, think about the number 1, it's about initiation, new beginning, new starts. And 4 is structure, foundation, etc. Okay, this is number 4, this is number 14. Overall, it's 1 and 5. 1 plus 4 is 5, which is about change. So the Temperance energy is about things that are changing. It's about starting to change things, and it's about being reflective on the starting to change. The number 4 is the structures and the foundations within our life, but it's also about being reflective as we make and as we go through these changes. Okay, so it looks like for you there is going to be some new energy coming in the month of over this next 2 weeks, Taurus. The impact that has on you might be, it leads you to be worried, to be concerned, but there is no actual need for you to be worried or concerned, because actually you've already got the experience and to know that you're going to be okay, and the universe is bringing in these changes, and these changes are healing and are healthy. So I'm interested to see whatever this relates to for you, whatever situation you've been feeling inadequate about, you've been feeling no good about, that's a situation that's going to change, and the change is positive. And even though the change is positive, it's something that you are concerned that you're not ready for. You are ready for. You are able to achieve it, or to have this relationship, or to start this business, or to get this job, or to move to this country. You're ready for it. You just don't feel it. But believe me, you've got the experience, you've got the confidence, you've got the will, the knowledge, the understanding, and the universe has your back. Okay, so I hope that was nice for you, Taurus. Please like this video, please comment and share the content. You can also subscribe and click the bell for notifications, and if you would like to follow me on social media, it is Key Wisdom Tarot. Nice and simple. Okay, so if you do click the bell, as I said, to subscribe, I'm going to be adding your love readings next week and some other additional bits and bobs. I always say that, but I will. So please keep an eye and check back on the channel. Okay, my darlings, Taurus, have a fabulous few weeks, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye.